story I tell on a lot of first dates, which is probably a little questionable. So I had this boss. I was working out of her apartment. I was sitting in the corner of her living room, essentially sending out emails and being a glorified telemarketer. And this woman is intense. And she's intense about everything. But the thing she is most intense about are her cats. She has 2 of them. So she's not a crazy cat lady in terms of the quantity of cats she has, but in terms of the quality of how she treats them. So, you know, she reasons with them, and cats don't reason. Like, she'll say things like, you can't eat right now because you went out on the stairs, and that is not acceptable. We've talked about this 5 times this week. This is not okay. This is not okay. How many times do we have to go over this? So she clearly had a few issues when it came to understanding cat brains. But eventually her brother was going through a tricky time in his life, and he was moving, and his son had a cat, and knowing that this woman was a crazy cat lady, he asked her to take in this extra cat, and she of course said yes. But it turns out that this cat wasn't spayed, and she was about 8 or 9 months old. So has anybody ever had a cat who hasn't been spayed? That when they're around that age? It's really bad. They're going through like kitty puberty, and they're in heat. So I would be like working at my desk, like typing, you know, doing that sort of thing. And she would like rub against me, and my first impulse is to, you know, pet her because she's a cat and she's cute. And then she's like, bam, splay, vagina! It's like, so that was a little bit unnerving, understandably. And, but my boss, she's a headstrong woman, and that also means that she develops some very odd theories. And so she had this idea that when cats are in heat, they are literally hot. That their bodies are so full of warmth that they're just trying to get it out. And I tried to explain to her that that's not quite how bodies work. Not that I'm like a cat physiologist or anything, but she was like, you know, but like when you're horny, like doesn't your body feel really like hot and intense? And I'm like, no, because I don't go into estrus. I'm a human. Maybe she's part cat. I don't know. So her solution to this dilemma was that whenever this cat splayed her kitty vagina, she would pull out one of those like Spanish fans, you know, like the ones that and she would like fan at it. And this cat was like eating this up, slaying. And yeah, she was just like fanning this cat off. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? She's like, no, like cats like if they're overheating, this is what they do. So
that's what my sister told me.
Good to know. Next time I masturbate a cat, I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, but she's like fanning this cat off, and she was like playing it off as if it was no big deal. So she was doing that, and at some point she's about to run an errand, and she's going to be out for 3 hours. And this woman is intimidating. Like when I say she's intense, like she has like crazy eyes. She like could punch you in the face. And she's like, you know, I'm going to be out for a few hours, but like, I don't want to pressure you into doing anything, but, you know, well, I didn't know better. I didn't know about how to pleasure a cat when she's like feeling frisky, but well, that was an unintentional pun. But yeah, but she was like, you know, here's the fan that I got in Spain when I was backpacking, and like, you know, if she's bothering you, like, you know, could you fan her off? So she goes out, and I'm doing my thing, sending out some emails, and this cat is like rubbing against me, like, really getting into it. And it's like, I mean, this woman is intimidating, and maybe you had to be there, but you know, when she was doing it, I couldn't help but just pull out the fan from a distance, just loving it, just splaying, just like enamored. So I'm embarrassed to admit, again, I tell this on first dates for better for worse, that I have masturbated a cat. And while it's something that I can't exactly put on a resume, I can at least hope that I'll get a good recommendation out of jumping through those hoops.